This is a Looney Studios podcast. Hello and welcome to Aerde Tales. I'm Hunter Looney, the Game Master, and this show is a fantasy role-playing game that takes place on the planet of Aerde around the Renaissance period of that world. I'm joined today by Leah,
Gamoree,
Noah,
Salvazar,
and a guest named Scott.
Merrill.
Last time on Aerde Tales, our three adventurers here infiltrated a familiar fighting ring that was underground and kind of a speakeasy that wasn't paying taxes and whatnot. And they posed as Merrill's marks. And Gamoree and Kira stepped into the ring and had Kira fight in this underground familiar fighting ring. They won a considerable amount of money. And so then they were asked to come into the back and meet the leader of this establishment. And that's where we find our adventurers now. Well, y'all are brought down. You all take one of the side exits that you hadn't even paid much attention to before. You haven't really been back here that much. You might have seen it open once or twice, but never really been back there. Mm-hmm. So they lead you down this, the ringmaster had already excused themselves and headed this way. So you're head down this stone path. It's pretty much like a tunnel, but like a finished tunnel. And you head back into this back area that is lit and has various goods in it that they keep for both, one would think, the bar outside, but then there's a bunch of other goods back here as well. How about you all give me perception checks?
17.
11.
16.
And you get +2, so that'd be 13.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you all get the gist that this might be where they also store some of the stuff they might illegally smuggle and whatnot too. It seemed to be, you didn't know this, but might be in on a little other illegal fronts. And so you're back in, we'll say y'all are
You're bringing me and Salvazar down there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So you all are now in this long rectangular room, bunch of goods in there. You all, knowing your way around these things, would assume these are not all on the up and up. Maybe another individual coming back there might just be like, oh, this is where they keep everything. Mm-hmm. But you all are used to it. So about this time, two humans walk in, one of them being the ringmaster, walk in from one of the other entrances into this room, followed by the other lieutenant, and then a couple of two of their bouncer bodyguard peoples are behind them. One sets up at the door, the other sets up at this other door, just leaning there.
Who is the person over there next to?
These are all lieutenants right
Yeah.
here. These two, and then the ringmaster.
Okay.
So.
And there's two bodyguards.
Yep, the bodyguards are kind of setting up shop at the two other entrances that Salvazar's not at to this room.
I would like to look around and see if I think there's only two entrances.
Oh, well, three.
There's three.
There's one you all came in,
Okay.
and then these two to another room.
Oh, they came out of different doors. Okay.
Well, this one just kind of is leaning on that one. They didn't actually fully come in. They're just kind of like...
Okay.
The ringmaster starts talking, and they're like, well, old Merrill. I see you brought some new friends tonight. A little heads up would have been nice that one of them can fight pretty good.
Well, we just met this afternoon. I really didn't have time to get a message to you. I didn't think anything of it.
Well, you two, what's your all's names?
My name's Bertha.
All right, Bertha.
Toby.
Toby, Bertha, okay. So, here's the deal. You all had a little beginner's luck that kind of hurt our purse a little bit. And we'll let y'all walk out of here if you just pay the difference.
What do you mean?
So you would just pretty much pay back your winnings. You wouldn't leave here in the negative at all, and we wouldn't leave here in the negative at all either.
So what kind of place are you running here, then?
Well, it's just a fine, upstanding gambling place where people can fight on their familiars.
Where people aren't allowed to win?
Oh, no. People are plenty allowed to win.
And keep their winnings?
Oh, yeah, sure. If you were to fight again and win, sure, you can keep any of your winnings, but this time we didn't know how to, put up the odds to make it a little bit in our favor.
Mm-hmm.
We seem to have been a little, we weren't able to cook the books as much.
Well, in defense of my friends, though, you set the odds yourself. It wasn't their fault what you laid the odds at.
Well, yeah, but
I mean, if you noticed, I didn't bet. I didn't know that they were that she was that good.
oh yeah, you're not at fault here, Merrill, at all.
I mean, it would be difficult for me to bring more potential clients in if this is the way things are going to be handled.
Well, I mean, generally, Merrill, you don't bring us these this stout of competition to be put in the ring. So, we're just going on, well, it's just old normal contacts that Merrill had found.
Yeah.
So, but we can always do this the easy way. Merrill, no offense to you, this is just business with these two individuals. We can always do this the easy way. Y'all just pay the difference.
I would like to look around the room again and see if it looks like there's anything that's explosive or highly flammable.
All right. Give me an investigation check this time. All right. So
6
you have
+1.
+1, so 7. You don't see any just red barrels like in video games where that marks high explosives. You see some like alcohol casks and stuff that are easily visible that may or may not be flammable, more flammable alcohol.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So let me be clear here. You put down 10 platinum. You just picked up 100 platinum. You give me the 90 back you won. You can go fight again. That's perfectly fine. You'd keep your winnings from here on out. You over there, Toby, you put down 30 platinum. End up winning 300. Same thing. You can bet and do whatever, but we're going to need that 270 back.
Okay. I mean, I think I can see where you're coming from, and I think this is fair. So I would like to walk towards him.
All right.
What if we just walk down on this completely?
Oh, that's not going to happen. You're not going to just walk out of here.
Okay. So
Be reasonable like your friend here. All right, so what are you doing? You walked over. Kira's on your shoulder, I assume, right?
Uh-huh. All right, so I'm walking up, and I take my little coin bag out, and I'm acting like I'm gonna hand it to them.
Okay.
I guess I just walk out.
All
First
right,
thing.
so you turn while she's doing this and start walking out. And so you see that 2 more bodyguards
Don't worry.
have. Well, it's you all were going to figure out those were there at some point or another. You see, 2 bouncers have blocked your egress. So what do you do?
Excuse me, can I go past?
No, you don't be rude. You're in a meeting, and they advance a little bit and advance to that doorway.
7?
Oh yeah, just you know.
We're technically 7 on 6.
Yeah.
Okay, can I finish what I'm doing?
Yeah,
Alright.
you always could. There's definitely not more people or anything.
Well, you know, like over here.
Yeah, that's true. You don't know what's in that room.
Yeah.
What are you about to do? We've pretty much paused where you're
Yeah.
about to hand the coin purse.
Okay. And and this happens super fast, I look at Salvazar and Merrill and just like nod. And then I shoot a fire blast at all 3 of these dudes. I'm super close. I feel like
Okay,
I'd be like,
we'll see how it hitting multiple people goes.
mm-hmm.
Roll a d20, see how this goes, and then we'll roll initiative after her surprise round.
This is my fire burst when it's 4. Okay. I'm just seeing how much. Roll what? A d20?
Yep.
It's a 6.
All right, so I will say you will.
But I'm super close to them.
Yes, of course.
Why I got that close to them.
Yes. So it's going to hit just this person. Your fire burst is what, a d4 damage?
Yep.
Roll a d4.
4.
That just happened. Let's roll initiative to see the order. Initiative is just pretty much the order everybody goes in, everybody's reaction.
Wait, 19?
8.
4.
I was gonna book it.
Taking his 300,000 and hitting the road.
Yeah.
Gonna leave us.
Salvazar, you're up next. What do you want to do?
So
You and Barnaby. Remember, you have Barnaby here. So you get to pretty much do 2 things. Barnaby does one thing, you do one thing. You can also move in your turn. You can move and attack, or move and do something.
So what? Can I tell Barnaby this in his ear? Bite the other person's ankle when I tap this dude's shoulder. So like, this is kind of getting out of control. I'ma leave now. So yeah.
So you advance on one of them in the doorway, and you want Barnaby to bite first.
When I tap.
Okay.
This dude's
So
shoulder.
kind of simultaneously.
Uh-huh.
So what do you want to do?
Can I go past? This is kind of getting out of control.
You just want to walk past?
Yeah.
And leave us. Let's
These guys are blocking the door. Like, they are going to stop you and or like grapple you.
Like, be reasonable.
These guys are just looking at you like,
We're
because
not going
literally
past the
a
door,
fireball
so no.
just exploded. This is happening right after
He's trying to
she
give you a
just.
chance to make a move instead of just trying to go.
I know,
So
but-
here's what just happened. It's hard sometimes to visualize. So this is like bullet time, like slow-mo. She just shot a fireball at this dude. It hit him in the shoulder. It did a little bit of damage to him, which I forgot to mark. So they just saw your friend attack their boss. They're not going to let you by. You're pretty much cornered.
So I'm like patting him on the shoulder.
Okay.
And you know how I have that little
Hidden blade.
So I do that to his shoulder, and I'm going for like his jugular with my left hand.
All right. Here's what I'll say. You can pat and do what you just said. If you roll at 18 or above, I will say you get him in the jugular, because it is quick enough that it might. I'll make it laugh.
8.
An 8. So here's what happens. You whisper that to Barnaby. You tap the guy on the shoulder. Hey, can't we just be reasonable? You get up late. This dude is already like, what from the fire blast that just happened? And you like cut his shoulder for, we'll just say 4 damage here. And so this guy is on the defensive. Barnaby attacks the other one and bites them on the leg. And so you've got these 2 guys like stepping back like, oh gosh. So you all have got these guys. You're on them already.
Have we been asked to keep these people alive?
No.
So what Shay told you was the ringmaster and the lieutenants and stuff like that. If you can bring them in alive, bring them alive. You all will know that in battle, if you all knock somebody out, I do death saving throws. That's like them fighting to live or not. And you all could stabilize them, and then they'll just be unconscious.
Okay.
If before they do 3 death throws. A death throw, if you were to die, means you roll a d20. If you hit 10 or above, that's a positive.
Mm-hmm.
You got to get 3 positives. If you hit below that, that's a negative. You get 3 negatives, you die. 3 positives, you stabilize. You get a natural 20, you wake back up with 1 health.
Okay.
All right. So next up are the henchmen. So the henchmen are going to come forth and do some attacks here. This one's going to advance as
How
well.
many of the henchmen get to go at once?
I bundled them all together to make our lives go quicker.
Okay.
I rolled double 3s for 2 of them. All right, so these 2 that are on Salvazar, both are just kind of readying their, like, getting their swords out and stuff, and they're so, like, what's going on? These others that weren't up in the fray, one of them swings their sword at Gamoree, doing 4 damage, and the other one takes and throws a throwing knife at Merrill and does 5 damage to Merrill. So, all right. Next up is the lieutenant that's closest to Merrill. They're going to take a crossbow shot at you, and it zooms right by, kind of nicks one of your horns, and then keeps going. The boss is going to attack, and then so the boss takes out. They have just a dagger on them. They uppercut slash and do 3 damage to you, Gamoree.
Oh, really?
And then they start backpedaling and step into and then steps into the other room.
Oh.
And they're going to take a lair action and do something in the other room that y'all can't see.
A lair action?
It's their lair. L-A-I-R.
Okay.
They're going to take a lair action and do something
Okay, cool.
that may or may not have repercussions later.
Uh-huh.
We'll mark that they did.
Or we can just explode the door.
Merrill, you're up. So what do you want to do?
Okay, I'm going to...
And what do you want Mason to do?
Okay, I'm going to do the sword slash on the 2 guys closest to me.
Okay. All right. So you take your cane.
Mm-hmm.
You give it a tap on the ground. Not a little dagger blade comes out the bottom, and you just kind of like slash it.
Mm-hmm.
Not even close enough to hit them. And what comes out is just a bit of energy that flies across the room, and it does how much? D4?
Yes.
Roll a D4 for me.
3.
Alright, so it does 3 damage to both of them. Each, not just like spread out. So they get some damage on them. What do you want to do with old Mason there?
Okay, now where...
Mason is right beside
Yeah,
you.
but so these guys have moved back in here.
So this is this one's
Oh.
moved back in the other room.
Oh,
This
okay.
is the other lieutenant standing right here. This is one of their
Henchman.
guards.
What weapons are we talking about for the henchmen here?
So this lieutenant has a crossbow, dagger, sword. These guys you can't really see really good, but they have daggers and swords and whatnot.
Okay. So I'm going to send Mason after the guy with the crossbow.
All right. Okay. You gonna do a running attack?
Run gore. Yeah.
All right. So he's gonna take off running. You tell Mason just go. How do you tell Mason to go?
Go berserk.
How do I tell him?
Yeah.
I say Mason crossbow.
And so the pig just goes and squints its eyes and just takes off.
Darts.
Yeah. Roll a d20 for me.
I'm just picturing this.
All right. So since it's what it was not.
That was a 3.
Normally that would be multiple d6s. Roll me 1d6 because this is a
The right
very
one.
concealed space. He's going to nick.
4.
All right, so crossbow bolt guy is able to at least sidestep a little bit, but gets a little bit of that tusk on one of its legs and does it does what did you say?
4.
4 damage to him. And he goes, oh god, dang pig! All right, so next up is the lieutenant, the big lieutenant that's near Gamoree. He's going to come up. And he's just going to take it. He has a big broadsword. He's just going to attack you.
Have you been attacked twice?
Yeah.
Because they have 2 dudes on you.
Yeah.
Did
All right.
swing first or
You went right at him.
first?
Yeah.
All right. So this dude is a big hulking human, and he just takes this huge sword and swings down at you. But this dude is a big dude, and he's a little slow, so you're able to sidestep. And the sword hits the ground beside you with a clang.
Okay.
All right. Now we're to Gamoree. Finally, y'all are in the thick of it
Can
now.
I have been doing something to Kira while this happened? Like in 5 seconds I could do this.
Yes, that's what your turn is.
But
What are you wanting to do?
okay. I want to put poison on her claws and then attack someone myself. Can I do that?
All right. So to apply the poison on
Can we say I did that earlier?
no. That would be an action. You would have to use your action
Okay,
for that
okay,
turn.
fine. I'm not gonna do that. Okay. Alright, so the 2 doors that lead to the dude's lair are both open.
Well, this technically whole place is his lair.
Well, okay. The other room that we can't see that he went into. Both of those doors are open.
Yeah, it's just like walkways.
Oh, there's no door.
Yeah, it's just a doorway.
Okay, question. You can history check me or insight check me, whatever. From my knowledge of bombs and poison gas bombs, like, how far away do you have to be from them?
You are underground in a closed area.
You
Want to
was
use my
gonna.
poison bomb. I just got it. Poison
You
gas
can
bombs.
certainly attempt to do so.
But we all gonna die.
This is a
Can I say something?
yes.
Say to go in. We all's gonna die if you do that.
You don't know what I'm gonna do. But okay.
So I guess he saw you like fumbling in your bag, and you grab a bomb, like one of your poison bombs. He yells that at you. I assume you just shove it back in
I'm
there.
gonna put it back.
Very sadly.
Alright, I have a question. Can I summon an animal in the other room? Can I make it appear over there?
You can attempt to do so.
But that's my turn, right?
Yep.
Nah, never mind.
Can't you
Okay.
summon it? Wait, if you try to do that, can't you summon it in the dude's lair?
That's what I
This
was trying
whole
to do.
this whole place.
No, I'm
This
talking
is
about the
lair.
place he's
You
in,
can-
though.
So let's say this is the supply room. This is another room, but it's realistically, this dude was going to get lair actions even if you were up in the ring. This is where this dude lives and works. He's going to have some kind of things to help give him a little backup.
I'm gonna use my short bow. I just got that too. I want to use it.
Okay.
And I have really good, like I have plus.
Yeah, you have 2 people right up in your biz, so you can go all Lord of the Rings like.
No, shoot them both.
Shoot them
Pew pew.
real close to you.
And send Kira. Can I see how it goes and then send Kira after I do this?
Yeah, you can do this in whichever order.
Both of these entryways go into the same room?
Yep.
Okay.
Alright, I want to shoot both of them with my short bow.
Oh, wait, no, they don't. You all wouldn't know though. He stepped back in this one.
Right.
We don't know that.
Yeah, my bad.
Okay. Do I roll a d20 for my short bow? This is d4 plus 2.
Yeah, you roll a d20 anytime you do an attack.
18.
Alright?
And then a d4 plus 2. 3 plus 2.
Alright, so you real quickly let off 2 shots to hit the 2 people that are in front of you.
And it says plus 3 on a d20 roll. So I got a 21.
Yes, you're going to hit them. What
Alright.
did you roll on your...
I did roll an 18, it flipped. So I rolled that one after that.
No, what did you roll on your damage
18
roll?
and then 3 plus 2.
Okay, it's a 5. Okay, so you take your bow, you let off 2 shots. These are big dudes. They hit them. They're still like up and alive. They're not dead.
Okay.
You know,
Can I-
one shot no scope kill them.
I want to send Kira in the other room and tell her to go land on the boss's head and claw at his eyes.
I mean, if you want to make Kira, like, probably commit suicide, but you know.
You know what? It's my decision.
Roll d20. See how this goes.
10.
Alright, Kira takes off in the other room and is like, Ka! And so we're going to say they're just in here. You can't see them. And you hear from the other room, though, get blasted blue bird! Get! Ah!
Okay.
That's what you hear.
Okay.
Alright, so next up, Salvazar!
Um,
You got the 2 people in front of you.
can I, like, grab my giant shuriken
Mm-hmm.
and, like, do the shoulder thing again?
To unfurl it or just put it into somebody's shoulder?
Put it in somebody's shoulder.
Yeah.
And
you-
Barnaby's
You
probably...
throwing it or.
No, he's just like, boof!
Okay.
Like, this is, you know what a shuriken is, right?
Like,
Like a throwing star.
Mm-hmm.
He has a giant one that he can, like, heft at somebody. Or he also just, like, pretty much does that. It's like a blunt weapon.
and it can also forward up, like, turn to, like, 4
Yeah.
pieces in. So, yeah.
Alright, so what's the damage die on that?
D8.
Okay, so,
But I want to see what Barnaby was doing.
okay, cool.
I just wanted Barnaby to jump on him and, like...
The other person that he had bit already?
Yep.
Okay, alright. So roll 2 d20s and then roll a d8 for me.
So, 2 d20s, right?
Yep.
15 and 20.
Which one's a 20? The green one?
Yep.
Alright, I had said in my head the green one was going to be your attack, so. And then roll your d8. Actually, since you nat 20, roll 2 d8s.
4 and 6.
Alright, so you take out your giant shuriken and you just bring it down on this henchman's shoulder. And it deals a whopping, what was it, 8 and a 4?
4 and 6.
4 and a 6. It does 20 damage to this henchman. This henchman is looking like super messed up. The other henchman right beside you, you just see go, ah! As Barnaby jumps him and the dude falls flat on his back. And Barnaby just starts biting at him. And this dude looks a little distraught. The henchmen are going to attack. One of them is trying to get Barnaby off. And, like, chucks Barnaby, not like to where it would hurt Barnaby, but Barnaby's off this henchman and is in this room now. They roll a 16. Oh, geez, these are good rolls. All right, so the henchmen are going to advance on each of you.
Just roll with these two.
I'm going to
Also.
so that this person we know. I got it.
I know, but like roll for it would be faster.
And I want to also do the lieutenant's move right now, too. So the henchmen are all going to take their sword and dagger attacks. Each of them are able to connect for 5 damage. One's to you, and one's to you, because you each have one that's standing up on you. So each of you take 5 damage. Salvazar, that's the first time you've taken damage. And the lieutenant with the crossbow is going to take another shot at you and do 6 damage to you, Merrill. So the boss, you hear the boss, dumb bird, in the other room, is still fighting with Kira, and what you see come out of that room is a barrel just rolling by on fire.
Okay.
That's all you know that's happening right now.
Hit this guy then?
The guy just kind of goes, "What?" It wasn't rolling fast. It was rolling more like comically in a show by.
And it's heading towards what?
It's just kind of rolls past everybody and it just kind of like it's not doing.
Is this room made out of stone? Or?
So the floor, walls, stone. There's various kegs, wood, and other random flammable stuff around. Yes, but there is a flaming barrel. Merrill.
Okay. Now when I use my disarm intuition,
This
how
is
does that work? Can I just use it on one person at a time?
yeah. So it pretty much shows you their like weak spot and stuff like that. You could use that in combination with your pig attacking. You could cast that. You like go for this, and you could it'll up your chances of disarming like the crossbow or whatever.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to use my disarm intuition on the guy with the dagger standing close to me,
Okay.
and send Mason back at the guy with the crossbow again.
All right. So roll a d20 just to see how. You roll 2 d20. Sorry, one for Mason, one for you. So
Okay. 10 and 2.
this will say the 2 is yours. You look at this guy. You can see like if you just like attacked him on the wrist or something like that, or attacked his arm somewhere. This henchman is not one of the stronger ones, and so you could probably easily disarm them.
Okay.
As for Mason, he takes another pass. This guy's kind of got his beat on him. He's able to nick him again, though, so he's back over here now. He's run past him, and he's back over near you.
So the guy with the crossbow is almost dead.
No, he's just been nicked.
I've got him twice on the leg.
Yeah, he's just been nicked by the tusk of Mason, not like full on.
Wasn't there one that was almost dead though?
There is the henchman that he critted on is almost.
Oh, okay.
It is the big lieutenant's turn. He's going to go, well, barrel. And he's going to pick up the barrel. And throw it at Gamoree.
Oh, lovely.
You go.
I didn't think of that till just now. So he's going to pick it up. You see him pick it up.
Wait, does he receive damage from this?
Yeah. Yeah, he's burning his hands.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense.
He's burning his hands. But he's also slow, once again.
Okay.
So he picks it up and chucks it at you. It hits near your feet, because you're able to at least go away. And it only does 2 damage to you. He did more damage to himself.
I know I'm doing. I'm going to run in the room with Kira.
Alright. So you are going to take opportunity attacks as you run by these people.
Well, okay.
Well, you're lucky you got the 2 big dudes, because they miss. They take swings at you And you get by. I rolled an 8 and a 7. Alright, so you're now in this room. I can uncover this room now.
Yay.
So what you see in this room is Kira is just like scratching at this dude's face, and he's upset, obviously, and is trying to just like keep it from hurting his face as best he can. He's got scratches on his face and like around his collarbone and stuff, and on his shoulders.
Okay.
So what do you want to do? What do you want Kira to do? Yeah. You just ran in here. You just used your movement.
I want to ropey smopey him.
Okay.
I have a binding spell, and I call it ropey smopey.
She lifts her wand and ropes come out and wrap around somebody. Okay. Roll the d20 and see how it goes.
Kira can continue doing what she's doing. Okay. 16. I'll take that.
Alright, so as you raise your wand and cast what you call ropey smopey, ropes extend from the end of your wand and magically appear and wrap around this dude's arms and legs, and he falls to the ground, and Kira just goes, and you tell her just to keep
on
attacking.
going.
No, she can go out there and help somebody else. He's bound, and I'm in here with him, and y'all are out there.
What do you want Kira to do?
I want her to go attack this one that's almost dead.
Alright, she's
Go
gonna
help
get,
Salvazar.
She's gonna get attacks of opportunity
I
from
don't
these two
need help.
people as she flies by them. Do you still want that to happen?
What if Kira stays in there with him and, like, make sure he doesn't get out? I'm gonna leave her.
Alright, what are your exact words you say to Kira?
Safeguard.
Stay on him and don't let him free himself.
Come on.
Torture him at will. I
Alright,
would
so Kira walks over, takes her beak and puts it right here,
Yeah.
and goes, "Caw."
Yes.
She just
No!
she just sticks her beak into his jugular.
I thought, no.
And the dude starts going, "Oh,
No.
oh,
That's not what I meant. I thought she meant like she was gonna hold it there, like she's threatening him that if he moves, she's gonna do it.
It's also a bird, though."
Rewind! No, she
No.
gets me though. You don't understand.
Alright, so this dude is on his turn going to make death saving throws.
I was gonna kill him anyways.
This was a boss dude too.
Yes.
I want him alive.
I did not think she was gonna. Did you think she was gonna say yes?
I want to heal him.
All right, you want to heal him enough to stabilize him, or bring him
To stabilize him, just barely.
Okay, you were using your lowest one.
I'm like, Kira, not that much.
Caw!
No, Kira was fine. I was gonna kill him anyways.
No, Salvazar.
I guess I take my trash talking sword and just.
All right. So you unsheath your trash talking. So, Salvazar, we're gonna mess this guy up. Roll a d20. He has a sword that talks.
9.
Trash talks. So this guy's already pretty hurt. So, and you're right up in his biz. So I only set it pretty low, and this guy is not like armored or anything. So that hits, and I'm not even gonna make you roll damage. This cuts up this dude enough that he like falls down, and he's like, "Ugh," and he's like incapacitated.
I want Barnaby to crawl on him and then like fire attack his face.
Oh
You
god!
guys
Okay.
already like done though.
No, not him. This guy's still alive. This was the one he tackled. Remember?
Okay, alright.
All right, roll a d20 for that. This is also really low.
7.
All right. So this is so Barnaby's like, "Rah," and so shoots the fire. The guy's like, "Oh gosh," ducks his head out. He still gets singed a little, but it doesn't like full on attack this guy. So, all right, you got one henchman down. He's going to attempt to get Barnaby off of him. He does not. He rolled a 2. The big henchman is going to advance on Mason and attack Mason, and does 6 damage to Mason.
I said, no, Piggy, no.
And then we got this guy's going to try to dagger Merrill, and just like stabs you in the side for 6 damage. Not that much, but still annoying.
On the side, it's only 6.
Look, he's right.
You're also a big dude. You're 7 foot tall.
Yeah, and he's like he was the weakest henchman, and he's up against you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Wait, oh. Well, alright, that's it, because we got one down. So, henchman, the boss he's stabilized, so he's out of the biz. And then, Merrill, it's up to you.
Okay, I'm going to take my sword dagger, and I'm going to go for that guy that's closest to me.
Okay.
To finish him.
It's 15? He made it look like it was bad.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright, so what
Okay, so I did that too. So is Mason doing off the same roll?
So you, on this guy right here, you take the dagger at the end of your cane, you just shove it into his shoulder.
Yeah.
And this guy goes, and he just falls down and he's bleeding now. And he's pretty much incapacitated.
Okay. So Mason's turn.
Yep, Mason's turn.
Okay, Mason does the Razorback.
Alright, just at this grouping. Oh my god, I grouped them together.
Yeah.
Yes.
I suckered them right in.
Alright,
It's been your plan all along.
Yeah.
So, roll me a d20 to see how this goes. 14. Okay, so you're going to end up getting 2 of them and not the crossbow guy. So Mason looks at him. What do you say, Tim, to do the
Razorback?
All right, so it goes and it bends down and then turns its back, whips its back towards him, and what you see is just metal shrapnel just fly out of this pig's back, kind of like porcupine quills almost. And it impales these guys, and it takes out one of the henchmen and hurts the bigger of the lieutenants. So you all are down to the 2 lieutenants and one of the henchmen. It's the 2 lieutenants' turn. I forgot to do the lieutenant with the crossbow earlier, so he's just going to go now. Alright, let's see how this goes. So the big one is he's so upset. He's trying to pick out these metal quills out of him. He's distracted. He does not attack. He rolled really bad, so that's how I'm going to flavor it. The crossbow guy comes up. He raises a crossbow, and a crossbow bolt sinks into your shoulder and does 6 damage. It does 6 damage to Merrill. So you're at 18, 23, 28 damage. Just by the way.
45.
Alright, so you're looking a little beat up, but not. You're bleeding out your side. You're bleeding out this crossbow. So got a couple slashes on you. Alright, Gamoree, it's your turn.
Yeah, it is. Okay.
The boss is stabilized.
Alright, I'm still in there with Kira, and I look at her this time, and I'm like, don't kill, but stay. Okay.
Ka?
Stay.
Ka.
Make sure he doesn't get loose.
Ka.
Don't kill.
Make sure.
Does it anyway.
Okay, so I leave the room. Can I Ropey Smokey everyone that's down on one move, since they're down already and they're
to help, I would say I would wait to do that until you've incapacitated.
I don't need to do that. Okay, I wasn't
No,
sure if
you
anybody
could
was
probably
going to get
just
back up.
do it.
How many people are left?
You've got the 2 lieutenants that are closest to you, and Salvazar and Barnaby got this dude on the ground.
Okay, I'm coming up from behind them. Can I?
This is what's called a
them?
sneak attack, and you get to roll with advantage.
Okay, I would like to
You can roll with advantage on this
shoot
dude.
both of them with my short bow.
Well, this guy's on the other side of some wood over here, so you can attack this one with 2 bows.
Fine.
2 arrows, I mean.
Okay.
Roll with advantage and take the higher of the 2.
12.
Alright, this is a big dude. He doesn't have armor on, so you were able to sink 2 arrows. Roll how much? What's your damage dice for your arrows with the short bow?
D4 plus 2.
All right.
I get plus 3 on a D20 roll, so I actually just rolled a 15 and an 11.
So we'll take the 15. Right. So
And
roll
then-
that. What did you say? A D4.
D4 plus 2.
All right. So roll that twice.
2. So 4 and 4.
All right. So you let go 2 arrows, and it hits this guy in both of his shoulder blades on his back, dealing 8 damage total. This is the big one. He is looking pretty messed up.
Is that the technical definition?
I mean, you've just hit him with some crazy stuff.
Alright.
I mean, he's not bleeding out from a bird attacking his jugular.
I'd like to also yell that as I'm running out. Let's finish this!
Okay.
But I still was sneak attacking.
So
You did that after you.
let's finish
you
this.
synced-
Sure.
And
She
Shred
synced-
sinks her beak into the guy's neck again.
She synced the 2 arrows, then you yelled. That.
Okay, sure.
All right, Salvazar, you're up.
I guess you know that bag of like come back again rocks or whatever.
Yep.
I throw that at the crossbow guy.
You throw a rock at him.
I throw multiple rocks, can I?
Yes, you could throw a couple of rocks at him.
Yeah.
Roll a d20.
10.
All right, so a couple of them hit him, and he goes, "What?" And so he's looking this way now at you. All right. So
It's the old thing.
what does Barnaby do?
Yeah.
I guess he's going for the jugular.
Okay, roll a d20.
11.
All right, he's got this guy. Well, roll with advantage. I forgot he has him grappled. So roll a second one. See if you can do better.
9.
All right, so Barnaby dispatches this guy. This guy is now bleeding out on the ground, and Barnaby returns over here to you. That guy's bleeding out.
Okay.
So
Cool.
you just see Barnaby enter the room. And Barnaby just has blood dripping from his mouth. So you now have these 2 lieutenants left. The crossbow one is going to take a shot at Salvazar now because
She threw
He's
rocks
in
at
The
him.
rock at him.
oh god, he rolled a natural 1. So he takes it and he's aiming, and he just goes, and he gets distracted by like Mason because he gets scared of Mason there because Mason's like, and so he just like whips around to look at Mason and he shoots it just off into the air and he misses. You were hoping he'd hurt himself, I know. Just couldn't justify it.
I was hoping he'd shoot himself in the foot.
Yeah, couldn't justify
Falls
it.
on
though.
Mason.
What?
Falls on Mason.
Yeah, falls on his toes.
All right, so Merrill, you're up.
Oh,
If
So-
you attack the guy that was with the
Ram
crossbow,
him. Yeah.
you would get advantage
Right.
because he's.
right.
So, Salvazar did help you out with the rocks
Ram him.
with his horns.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay,
Like
so just to think through this, you know how much it hurts to headbutt somebody? That's what it would feel like. I'm not saying don't do it. If you're down to like pretty much headbutt
Would it
somebody.
damage him too?
Yeah, but he's using his
Depends on
horns though.
It depends on how you roll.
If you're holding
Just
on.
like with your headbutting, if you do it just right, it hurts not so much to hurt.
Okay.
That's the way I'm flavoring
Okay,
it
so
for-
we're really down to 2 people.
Yeah, and you all have them pretty much cornered.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna. I've been wanting to do this the whole time anyway. So the guy with the crossbow, I'm gonna take my whip and I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna wrap it around his neck.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
And while he's dealing with that, I'm gonna send Mason back after him.
Okay.
Okay. So he's stuck there. He can't move.
All right.
Okay.
So roll a d20 to see if that works out.
20!
Yes.
All right, so you take out your whip and you whip it at the guy. It wraps around his neck. He just falls to the ground and goes, Merrill, wait a second. So it does do damage to him.
But he's also like strangling.
Yeah, and he's like, wait. All right, so you still gonna have him attack him?
He's on the ground. He's got a crossbow.
Yeah, he's holding it off to his side.
Yeah, but
he's on his knees.
Possibly shoot with it. So yes, yeah.
All right. Roll with advantage for your
roll 2 of these.
Wait, if he's on his knees, can he be like this? Or
so if he's prone, that's what would be fully on the ground. Then it would make Mason roll with disadvantage because he'd be a smaller target. Yeah. He's on his knees, not moving, so it's advantage.
And if
can he jump while
gets
running?
him now, it's Okay.
Oh, it's gonna be
19.
Oh God, this is gonna be bad. All right, so you need 4d6.
5, 3,
3.
7, 8, 14.
All right, so So this guy is on his knees, has a whip wrapped around his neck, and this pig just runs straight into him. Tusk grab his hooks him right on the side where his stomach is, and it just tears through him. And this guy just
guts.
This pig just gutted this dude.
This is a Latino.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Don't bleed over the money.
Alright, so Mason's over here.
Going guts and veins between his teeth.
And so Mason's like sniffing around, maybe takes a couple bites
maybe
of the stuff.
Little taste.
Alright.
This is a lieutenant?
Yep.
Okay.
Alright, so
he dead, right?
That lieutenant's gone.
He's like dead.
He's been after me with that crossbow the whole time.
Can I pickpocket these guys?
You still have one up.
Let's wait till...
You all still have one up right here.
I can't.
Yeah.
And he's gonna go, alright, what are we gonna do? This guy has a huge, like, 2-handed sword. He's like, what do y'all wanna do? Okay. He's just looking back and forth to all of you. Can I set down my sword and y'all not murder me?
Yes.
Yeah. Wait, then it's my turn, right?
Wait, hold on. He believes y'all.
Oh.
This dude is surrendering.
Oh.
We're the good guys.
Yeah, you gotta remember you're the good guy.
You were trained to be a bad assassin, but you've been trying to be good. Okay. He's surrendering. We've been told to try to bring them alive.
Alright.
Okay, so now what do you want to do?
So it's Gamoree's turn, but you all are effectively out of combat. So there's still people bleeding out
I thought it was his
and
turn.
stuff. No, it's your turn first, then Salvazar's. Okay. So if y'all want to do one last turn in order to see what y'all do to like subdue this guy, then yes.
Okay. I mean, I ropey smopey him first, and then the rest that are down that are still alive.
Okay, this is how we're doing. All right, and he just falls down and is tied up on the ground. All right, so this guy is tied up. That guy is being munched on by Mason.
He's the only one that's dead, right?
Yeah, currently the other ones are bleeding out. You could try to save that dude, but it might be hard going.
That guy's...
You all could stabilize the rest of them with some medicine checks and stuff.
I've got something called repair objects, but I don't think it works on intestines.
Nope.
I guess I just pickpocket them all.
Alright, you're
And
going to
then
search
check out
them all?
this room.
Alright, so which one you want to do though first? Do y'all want to stabilize the other ones?
Yeah.
Alright, so y'all work to do that. Salvazar's going to walk off to this other room right here.
I want to check out those rooms too, but...
That's what he said he wanted to do first.
Sure.
So this room, you go in here, it has random supplies in here as well, and the stairs leading upwards.
Can I check what's going on there?
You gonna head up the stairs?
Yeah.
Alright, so y'all just see Salvazar disappear in this other room.
Okay.
And you all are stabilizing. So you open the door at the top of the very short stairs, and it just looks like it's a one person, like one bunk, one bed, like a twin size bed. Very rough looking room. Does not look like the ringmaster's room. It just looks like a room that somebody stayed in.
Is there nothing in it?
You can do a perception check or an investigation check.
9.
Alright, what you see is this is probably where somebody that worked here lived.
+3, so.
Yeah. So you just see, like, there's a candle on the little side table. It's very shoddy looking bed. There seems to be nothing of value here. There is one book with like a quill next to it, but that's it.
I guess I'll check that out.
The book, you're gonna pocket it?
Yeah.
Alright, you pocket the book into your bag.
And the quill?
No.
He's good on quills.
Okay.
Alright, you can come back down.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, about the time he comes back into the room, everyone is stabilized except for Mason. It's the one Mason's over and is munching on.
Okay. That's probably your turn. Sorry.
Alright, so we'll just... So you get all of these people all tied up as well with various ropes you find around and everything like that. The ringmaster is unconscious, but has, you all have him and can carry him out.
Mm-hmm.
How would you all like to proceed out of here?
I just want to pickpocket.
Oh, you want to check their pockets? Do a perception, investigation.
Let him go.
What did you say you were going to do?
He didn't say anything.
17.
All right, you find a couple of silver between all these guys. Like, they're not. Like,
So I made him go broke.
yeah, this guy doesn't keep his cash on him very much. All right.
So we've got to get back outside. So I'm gonna get Mason with me
All right.
and start going back out the way we came,
Okay.
looking for more trouble.
Okay.
See if there's any other guards, henchmen.
Okay.
You go back up to the top area.
Yeah.
This is like insulated enough that nobody's been really aware of what's going on. So there's still fights going on up here.
Mm-hmm.
There's still not all the bodyguards that you had saw earlier. There's like 2 bodyguards around the fighting pit and 1 over in the bar area. That's the main like muscle you see in this upstairs area. Do you want to come back down and report that to everybody?
Yeah.
I would like to look in the other room.
Okay. And the one with the stairwell?
No,
Or
not
the
the
one-
one. Salvazar one and the other one.
So I'll stop making you a roll because y'all have plenty of time right now, currently. What you all find in here is what appears to be the storehouse for some smuggling going on. You all are well versed enough in what you do. This is some goods, some illegal goods, some goods that weren't brought in on the up and up, so they weren't taxed properly. And then, but also some goods just to be used upstairs as well. So
Can
there's
we check these goods?
Yeah, all of these are mainly like raw goods, like spices and stuff like that, alcohols. But you can tell from their shipping, they're not like the normal shipping things where they have the markings where they got taxed properly.
I've not been through customs.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so I'm talking to Merrill. Did she tell you what to do with them when we were finished?
Well, we're supposed to bring him back to headquarters for questioning.
Yeah, so what
See
she
if this
said,
goes any higher.
Yeah, so what she'll do, she said, bring them to a specific law enforcement person in this town that she trusts.
Okay.
And then they'll be held there securely. She organized to have extra security for them.
Okay, so here's what I think. I'm talking to them.
Yeah.
We're just hanging out.
I mean, I assume one of you is watching the door for upstairs, and one of you is just y'all are just paying attention, pretty much. Mm-hmm. You're on a heightened sense.
You only saw 2 bodyguards upstairs.
3.
3. Okay.
2 around the pit. One back here.
Why can't we just say it's closing time?
That's what I was gonna say. Merrill's like trusted. Like people know you.
Mm-hmm.
What if you
just got to get you cleaned up a little?
And
I go up and tell the guys it's time to shut down.
Yeah.
The big boss, the ringmaster, sent me up to tell y'all need to just we need to close down. He told me to tell y'all to get you 10 silver apiece and going on.
You can certainly try that. I would listen to what Salvazar just said though first.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you say?
It's closing time.
No, what did you say after that?
I don't know.
You said get you cleaned up first.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so you're gonna get him cleaned up first. Don't you have a cleaning spell?
I do.
Look at that. It's gonna come in handy.
External bodily cleansing.
It's gonna clean you up real nice.
Heal all of us. How many MP do I have left?
He is negative 28 on health.
Oh.
Salvazar is only negative 5.
Because he was trying to get away.
But I'm saying, okay, I want to clean everyone. Okay.
Okay.
And
You want to use your repair objects to mend everybody's clothes?
Sure. Yeah.
okay.
All right. Y'all have a plenty enough MP that we
Clean
won't
everyone.
need to be MP.
Do you have a water
Sure.
spell now? Or
Yeah.
just wind? You do.
Oh.
Why don't you clean our familiars?
Oh.
So I don't have to use
That's a good
all of
idea.
my bodily cleansing on 6
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
Is that what y'all want to do?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah,
Well,
We do that.
All got
Quick-
bloody faces.
Everybody has a bath.
quick montage of I'm not gonna.
Doo-doo-doo.
You do that body cleaning. You do a while. You give all of them a quick spray and bath. I know I'm gonna update your money, you ridiculous person. You do repair objects on people's clothes and whatnot, so y'all look all spick and span like nothing happened.
Okay.
Are you just sending him up first?
Yep.
Merrill, is Mason gonna stay down?
No, he's with me.
All right.
He's with me. We
Yeah.
don't go anywhere without you.
I'm gonna go up too with Kira.
All right. So Salvazar's guarding the people.
Yep.
All right. So y'all head upstairs. There's still fights going on. You want to motion over one of the bouncers or both of the bouncers that are closest to y'all near the ring.
Sure.
All right. So both of them come over. Hey, Merrill, what's going on?
I said, I was just down talking to the big boss, the ringmaster, and he said it was time to shut down and head on home. He wanted me to tell you guys to make sure everybody gets out and things get put away, and for all of you to take 10 silver apiece as you go out the door.
Well, boss,
Have a good night.
boss is being really generous. Roll a deception check. Now you get, since you're a seasoned agent, you get +3 on top of your +6, so you get +9.
Nat 20 plus
Yeah.
9.
Good gosh, so
Yeah.
you just pretty much rolled a 29.
You told the truth, apparently.
Yeah.
You
This
can
guy's
make them
like-
real good.
So you hand them, what did you say, 10 silver apiece?
Yeah.
So you hand them 30 silver.
Mhm.
They go, well, I mean, I guess the boss must have had a real good night of gambling. They let that fight finish, and they close down, usher everybody out, bartender, everything out, like everything gets shut down and cleaned out. Everybody leaves.
Mhm.
Like,
Do we have our cart outside?
yeah.
Can we?
Well, y'all didn't
On there?
bring the cart here. Y'all just walked across town, but you all could get that. But with that 20, like that 29, I'm going to say, like, you all could obviously use a cart that's just here. You've
Okay.
shut this place down.
Alright, we put them in a car, we take them over to the other
Put a
place.
tarp over them and stuff. All right, you all are able to deliver them to the law enforcement person that you're supposed to. They get them in jail, the extra security and everything's around them. You're good to go. Any goodbyes and stuff y'all want to say to each other before you all?
Mason wants to talk to Kira.
All right. All right, so let me role play this. Yay. All right, so Mason approaches the bird that is on Gamoree's shoulders, like,
I let
and then
Kira get down.
Kira goes, caw, and the pig goes,
But he just said good job.
and then
That's where
the Kira kind of like bows and then jumps back up on your shoulder.
That's higher respect from Kira. She's
I mean, she saw this pig
not
just
really
like
trusting.
murk somebody. So.
Yeah, and then he.
Well, I mean.
Okay.
Anything else y'all want to say on the people side?
Well, just real nice working with you, Merrill.
Yeah.
Let us know if you need anything else anytime, and
Sure will.
we'll be in touch. I'm sure Shay will be in touch to let you know what your next move is.
All right.
Thank you.
It's gonna be weird after being in this place for what it was.
2 years?
2 years.
2 years. Yeah. Yeah. Took a long time to
Do
work my
something
way
else.
in. Yeah.
All right.
All right. So with that,
Are we going home, or are we gonna stay in the inn?
y'all split your separate ways and just
Okay.
go about your business.
All right.
Okay.
Y'all
Please.
shake hands and whatnot. Yeah. Thank you for listening to this episode of Aerde Tales. Now let's take care of some housekeeping. Our adventurers encounter magical items, and I want to thank everyone that has contributed to them, but I'd like to also invite people to visit patreon.com/Looney Studios. The link is in the description, and on the front page there's a link to a Google form where anyone can submit a magical item. Anyone can do this. You don't have to be a patron. You can do it anonymously, or you can put your name or username with it to receive credit if we use it. Please add to the list. This is one of our favorite in-game activities, is getting those magical items. And while you're there, you can also check out Looney Studios Patreon. If you become a patron, you gain access to the podcast early, among some other perks. And speaking of Patreon, I want to thank our patrons. You help us to cover some of the costs here at Looney Studios, of subscriptions and such. If you watched this episode on YouTube, you may have seen some maps, etc. And here is how they are made or where they came from. The overworld map was made using the software WonderDraft. And maps and tokens were either directly from or adapted from assets from 2 Minute Tabletop and Dynamic Dungeons. 2 Minute Tabletop can be found at 2minutetabletop.com or patreon.com/2minutetabletop. And Dynamic Dungeons can be found at patreon.com/dynamicdungeons. The links are in the description. Visit them and check out their amazing work. Looney Studios can be found at looneystudios.com and at the social media platforms listed in the description. Please give a review on your favorite podcasting site, like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube, and submit magical items on our Patreon. The Looney family hopes that you have a wonderful day. That was a Looney Studios podcast.